company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. I told you we're going to keep pressing on this at the end of the day because this individual right here does not know math at the end of the day. First things first, I told you who I am. Now, we're talking about a fellow by the name of Crow1176, who, at the end of the day, like I said, his website is full of bogus nonsense at the end of the day. And this is the person I would not trust to do business with due to the fact that he cannot back his products up. He can't back his product up against the Sherwin-Williams SW773. He cannot back his products up against the YouTube video he deleted off his account, which clearly shows him making a black and white product. He refuses to do those demonstrations. And as for the tablecloth, he faked that demonstration altogether. Keep in mind, he still has to do 3 more tablecloths. There is the dark gray that actually beat all the screens. There is the ivory that actually basically beat his screen also too in white levels. And then there is the other screen paint product, which he refuses to make. Now on the far end, Crow is over there having a bit of a he's upset. He's angry. You know why he's angry? Because at the end of the day, Crow can't do math. Because at the end of the day, hear me explain something to you. You can't take 2 quarts of paint and paint in a 300-inch screen. Virtually impossible. Can't be done. Now, keep in mind, we tried this at 250 inches, and we still can get the entire screen painted. If you're curious to see that demonstration, we'll post it below. So right here on his website, as you can see, it wasn't a typo, because he would have came and he would have changed it a long time ago. He changed nothing. As anything, he added more to it. And keep in mind, people who follow this at the end of the day, this tells you so much about your intelligence level. So let's see what he has written here. I already copied and pasted and sent it over to him. And we are requesting Crow today to paint this screen in, because if you're going to be putting false information on your website, if you're going to be saying that you can back your products 100%, you need to back this right here. So clearly he states in there, he says that 2 quarts of this mix will cover up to a 300-inch screen, a total of 3 100-inch screens. 3 100-inch screens. Are you kidding me at the end of the day? You seriously believe that you're going to take 3 physical 100-inch screens and total this to a actual 300-inch screen? This is a noob move. This is something that noobs do at the end of the day. So we're going to keep asking this over and over again. Just why we've been asking him to do the demonstrations with some screen paint products, all that at the end of the day, he can't back his work up. And for those of you who support him on this, guess what? It just shows at the end of the day how sad you are, because anybody else would look at this and just start laughing. Okay, so is it a typo? Well, if something's a typo, you don't add to mistakes. So this is my favorite mix, one of my mixes. It will give you well-balanced. Look, he's still in there complaining about something. It will give you well-balanced picture from your ultra short though. It works best with 2200 lumens. Yet I have yet to see this already. With 1080p, a total of no. I'm sorry, we skipped over that. 4K, great with some light environment. 2 quarts of this mix will cover up to a 300-inch screen. I'm still waiting to see the demonstration. Where's the demonstration at? Fernando Gonzalez. We are requesting you to back up claims on your website that you are not misleading or committing fraud on your website to your customers or anybody else that may visit your site, that the information that you have on your site is accurate. Is your information accurate? Is it on point? Because if it isn't, then basically this is a complete lie you have typed here in your site. Now, we're going to request you again today to go out and purchase the 300-inch screen. So just to let you know, we sent over a 300-inch screen, a link where you can go pick one up. We can paint it himself. And we still have not received any information on this whatsoever. At the bottom, I can't get over the Dr. Seuss math. So the Dr. Seuss math we have here is, okay, this individual believes that if you take 3, we added this on here, a total of 3 projection screens at 100 inches, this will equal a 100-inch screen. You can't be that dumb. You possibly cannot be that dumb at the end of the day. I couldn't express this enough. Yes, we are going to press on this. I want to see this demonstration done. Out of all demonstrations, this one I have to see done. This is an individual who has a huge history of basically blowing things way out of proportion. One of the things he blows out of proportion is he claims that his Cinemax can produce a contrast level equal to a black screen. How is that even possible? How is that possible? How can a Cinemax, a gray screen paint, produce a contrast level equal to a black screen? I'm still waiting to see that demonstration too. Still nothing yet. Now look, instead of you, all Chrono has to do at the end of the day, I'm sorry, or Fernando Gonzalez, he can't back his products. So we all know that. We know he's never going to do this demonstration, just like he's never going to do the demonstration of his product next to the Sherwin-Williams 773, next to his demonstration of him showing off his black and white mixtures. He's never going to do these demonstrations. Let's go over to our website, because this is going to be printed on the blacklist. Let's go to the website. Let's show you the black and white mixed paint demonstration. You got to see this. All right, so over here at the far end, we have something here under fake projectors. Under fake projectors, we have, this is all the people who have committed fraud, knockoff, fake projectors, all that stuff. And one of the things we have on the blacklist is gray screen paint products. Now, this is what we warn people about buying from this particular individual. And this demonstration below, and let's keep going, we have Fernando Gonzalez making a black and white product. Now, we've asked him several times to make this product on YouTube Live. This is where we say 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's how many tablespoons are added in each quart of black paint or white paint to make the products, just display them on YouTube, just to prove at the end of the day that his products are not just black and white paint. You can't find this demonstration anywhere. We're the only ones who have a copy of it because Crow deleted it off his account, or Fernando Gonzalez took it off his account. Now, right here in the demonstration, you will see the inside of his home, and you will see Fernando Gonzalez making this black and white product. We've been asking him to do this demonstration since last year to be to prove to us that he hasn't been frauding or committing any, wrongful acts against his customers. Is his customers actually really getting screen paint at the end of the day? But even more surprising, we were able to match his product to a product that had no form of black paint, no form of glitter, no form of silver, everyday black and white, so everyday paint. Sherwin-Williams Network Gray 773. Fernando Gonzalez, this is not the inside of your house. Is that not on your table a container of black paint and white paint? Is that not your hand mixing this paint together? So from this tutorial video, we were able to do the exact same thing and match a product that we paid $75 for. I find that quite shocking. How is it that I spent $75 for a product that happened to match a video that somehow went missing off your account and no one can find it? Explain, please. Even more shocking, how does your product match house paint? Sherwin-Williams SW773. Perfect match on all 3 screen paints. There it is. That's your hand. Is that not? Isn't that the painting you have in the background? Isn't that your table, your dinette set? That's you right there in the video. What happened to the video? That's a bigger question right there. What happened to the video? What happened to it? Where's it at? How come we can't find it on the channel anymore? It's just gone. So if you deleted this video, clearly shows this is how you make your products at the end of the day. And that's what we did. Now, how do we come up with the idea for the 2, 3, 4, and 5? Well, for those, if you take 4 tablespoons of black paint, makes the personal mix. The UB mix is a reversal, which means they don't start off with the white base. We start off with a black base and we go from there. And we actually take 6 tablespoons to make the UB. The personal mix, your Cinemax, we know how to make all of those. All your products, we can make them. And at the end of the day, if you don't feel like mixing black and white paint together, well, then you just get that Network Gray 773. Now, as for the Frankenstein, that matches the software. Just a paint called Software by Sherwin-Williams. It matches that product actually quite perfect. As a matter of fact, it pulls a much higher white level because I can tell by the blend of it. And there's no silver in that at all, period, whatsoever. So that's on the blacklist right there. Let's scroll down and see what else we have on the blacklist under Crow. Oh! This right here is the Network Gray 773 by Sherwin-Williams that we purchased. Happened to match your product perfectly. The Cinemax, the Metallica mix, and the personal mix all in one hit. Now, has he done any demonstrations backing this up? Clearly, no. We was on his site yesterday. Just nothing but insults. That's all he does on there. That's all. He can't back his products up. When things get too tough for Fernando, what he'll do is he'll go on vacation, get away from it all. He can't handle the pressure. Now, mind you, you posted this stuff. This is your video from your channel. Nobody doctored it. No one made this up. That is actually your house, your video, the paint you're making. And for some reason, this stuff is matching your paid products at the end of the day. Same thing like your website. On your website, you have posted false information. You're telling people that they can take 2 quarts of paint and physically paint in a 300-inch screen. That's Dr. Seuss math at the end of the day. Or, get me wrong, a total of 3 100-inch screens will equal up to that screen. That sounds like Dr. Seuss math at the end of the day. So it doesn't sound like anybody who really went in and did the research, like they kind of made it off the top of their heads and went with it. You know, like the whole thing, like the Cinemax can produce that black contrast level equal to a screen. What's going to be the shocking part about this is when, Crow, we'll have your projector down here soon, and we're going to be in a well-lit environment, and we're going to show at the end of the day that you've been faking a lot of your demonstrations by using your own projector. And don't worry, we're going to have your screen paint down here real soon. Another unboxing. What's going to make this even bad is the fact that we already had it down here, and your screen, if it reacts the exact same way, after you did all that rooting about fake labels and it does the exact same thing, keep in mind, this is what you got yourself into. You complained that that wasn't your product, right? But yet you weren't able to go on YouTube and back the product up. But we did you a favor. We got rid of it. We're going to order brand new, coming in, open it up right there on the table. And keep in mind, when this paint hits that screen, it had better show a 100% contrast level matching that screen. If it does the exact same thing as the product that was here before, that's a lot of explaining, especially on that projector you have over there. We're going to have the same thing too. That's a lot of explaining to do. I don't know. He might go into a fit by saying, hey, it's not calibrated. That's why it's not the same. It's a different model number. You know how Karens are. Karens have a ton of excuses at the end of the day. They are the excuse kings. Let's look at this over here. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this Sherwin-Williams versus your product. $23 a gallon versus an $80 to $89 product. You don't have any business at the end of the day, Crow. We know that at the day you don't have any business. You don't work. Your videos don't do anything at the end of the day. Anyone can match your product. You don't make any money. I know that. I added up. I crunched your numbers. I know exactly how much money you make at the end of the day. From your price and what you make and what you sell, you don't make anything. But nice try, though. You make nothing at the end of the day. You're barely, if you squeeze together $15 out of your profit, you're lucky. That's where it comes from. I crunched your numbers already. I crunched you and Partay's numbers yesterday. On your eBay account, you actually owe money than actually what you're making money at the end of the day, because you made a mistake when you actually set up that account and said only. Didn't you just say only overseas order? Only overseas over? Sorry. Only overseas only. Keep in mind, I shipped to Ireland a couple of days ago. It cost me $83 to ship out a box that was medium. $83 is your payment right there. That's what you make, is $83. For what I ship out to Ireland, it's what you make. That's it. You don't make any money. You can't afford to ship out overseas. And at the end of the day, you can't even back your products. That's why when people click on your YouTube channel, it doesn't take you to a whole ton of videos. It takes you to a blank page. You're hiding your stuff at the end of the day. You do forget that we do have documents of you at the end of the day deleting eBay accounts. We have documents of your canceled orders, which are pretty bad at the end of the day. When you think about it, you can't even back your own product. Your part, they can't back your products. So your customers at the end of the day, instead of buying your product, they can just spend $23 and match your paint, because you don't have any video demonstrations on your account doing this demonstration. So since you want to talk all this trash, since we have you in the room, how about you do the demonstrations today? Go to Sherwin-Williams, go pick up that Network Gray 773, go jump over on, what's the other site we have on there? Go jump on Amazon, pick up the 300-inch screen, and do the demonstrations today. As a matter of fact, you might as well do the digital and crystal screen paint and the fellow over on YouTube who had that free ingredients that he made. Are you willing to do that today? Look how quiet he is. Not a word. Because you can't back his work up. And if you can't back his work up, you might just go in there and just, at the end of the day, just make it yourself. Because anybody can make his product at the end of the day. Can't match my product to black paint. We did all those test demonstrations. We did them live right on camera. We got them posted onto our website. Where are your demonstrations on your website of your product versus gray screen paint or gray paint at the end of the day? Where is it? You don't see anything, do you? That's why. So, Crow, we are requesting today. We want to see your product versus Sherwin-Williams. We want to see your product versus Behr Silver Screen with 1, 2, 3, and 4 tablespoons of black paint per quart. Do them live so everybody can see them. Put them against your product and show a difference between night and day. And then when you're done with that, how about you pop over and pick up that 300-inch screen and back up those false accusations and Dr. Seuss math at the end of the day that you claim? Because I'm telling you, I'm not letting this go. I am dying to see this. I have to see you paint 2 quarts into a 300-inch screen. And then when you get done with that, please, 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 please show us a demonstration of you taking 3 100-inch screens and equaling to an actual 300-inch screen. Because if you're going to post that nonsense on your website, you got to be to back it up, buddy boy. If I sit there and tell you that, hey, look, I can produce a screen, a black screen outside in the middle of a snowstorm and show snow, don't I have to back it up? Oh, wait, I did back that up, didn't I? I still forgot about that, didn't I? Sometimes the things just slip my mind. Anyway, I need you to do that demonstration. And can you please do a demonstration bigger than that 100-inch you have sitting in your living room? Because I am tired of looking at that tiny little screen at the end of the day. Get something bigger. Show something. I mean, you're developed screen paint. You should have something much bigger to display your products on, especially outside. Can you at least try to do 150-inch at most? You see that screen sitting there? That's 126-inch, maybe? Can you do one of those at least? Because you're doing the same thing. Same dark environment, same projector. Same environment, same projector. Same dark environment, same projector. Same environment, same projector. Same dark environment, same projector. Same thing, man. Every day, same thing. Literally. Can you get it done? All right, so we got the house paint right there. Let's move down from there. Over in this demonstration, Crow, we took your tutorial video and we made 3 of your screen paint products out of it. We made the UV mix, the personal mix, and the Metallica mix out of 3 of your products. That's how we know the ingredients and how your stuff is made. Right there. Now, before he starts crying and whining, oh, but those containers are fake. That's not even real. That's not even my container. That's not real. Really? It's not real? That's not a real container. Guess what? That's the unboxing of that container right there in that package right there. Right there in that package. That is the exact same container that we used. We have a demonstration right there. There it is right there, Crow. Look at that. There you go. That's you. There you go, buddy boy. There you go. Now, what's your excuse for that? What's your excuse? That's your product right there. That was sent to a customer that you didn't even know was us. Came to us busted, paint leaking all over the place. We were able to salvage what we needed from it. And that's the same container that matched a 23-gallon container of Sherwin-Williams. You seem to be stuck on this whole Cinemax test thing. You rant about this. What about the other products, Crow? You've been scamming people. How many people bought that product right there at the end of the day and really thought that they had a high-performance screen on the wall? And at the end of the day, it matched Sherwin-Williams. Just give them a chance to process this. So you literally bought house paint. That's what you did. You painted your wall with house paint. It's not your fault at the end of the day. It's really not your fault. It isn't your fault because Crow depends on people that are naive and don't know much. That's what they depend on. They need people like that. People that ask too many questions, they don't want those kind of people at all. Because they'll figure out exactly what they're doing. And they're scamming at the end of the day. And they don't want people to know that at the end of the day. See right there? Crow, the best of the best. You printed that on there. That's a product you sent this black paint. Over here, this is where you lost your claim with PayPal. Even PayPal can see you were a scammer. No, that's pretty bad right there. Look at that. Same product we made right there. Same container. Except for the difference is we paid how much for that? I think it was $89. $89 a quart at $23 a gallon. Think about that. You could have bought, 3 gallons of paint. They did the same thing. Now, if Crow feels that I'm wrong on this, or Fernando Gonzalez, if you feel that I'm completely wrong on my actions and what I'm doing here, this is what you need to do. Prove me to be a fake at the end of the day. Prove me to be a liar at the end of the day. Go out and do the demonstration of taking those paint products that we showed you and do the demonstration and show a difference that they don't match between night and day. And mind you, we don't want a finger distance from the screen. We want you at least 14 feet from the screen when you do it. Easy, just do the demonstration. And then to prove that you tell the truth 100%, bar none, that you're a professional at what you do, how about you do that 300 screen into 2 quarts? Because, man, I can't wait to see that. I got people saying, yo, can you get him to do that? I'm trying to get him to do it. He won't do it. He's fighting it. You write stuff on your website that you can't back up. People on my forum sites are like, can you give me the do it? I said, I'm trying to. Every day we pushing this guy to do it. He won't do it. He's scared. He even went on vacation. He was so terrified. Yeah, he went on vacation. He was terrified. I know the one thing I know about Crow is when Crow is backed against the wall, or sorry, painted into a corner, he gets very irritated. He starts with the slander and the cursing and the carrying on and the blah blah this and blah blah that. That's what he starts off with. And then he goes on vacation. You're still going to paint that screen. You can go from here to Paris. I don't care where you go out on the planet. You're going to paint that screen in. Or you're going to go into your site and say, hey, look, I lied at the end of the day, and I'm sorry, and blah, blah, blah. That's what you need to be doing right now. Because the thing about it is, if you did it the first time, all right, it can be considered to be a typo. Big mistake. People do it all the time. But the fact that you added to the mistake of saying a total of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, people. A total of 100 and I swear, do you know math? Do you know 1 + 1? What is it, Crow? Do we have sock puppets? That's not seriously how bad it is at the end of the day. How do you not know this? You paint 100 screens in all the time. You have one on your wall. Wouldn't you think if you look at the screen that 3 of those wouldn't actually fit into a 300 screen? Did it connect? Did it connect? Anywhere, did it connect? Did it connect? I would love to know. Call me up, man. We'll talk. I got to know. I got to pick your brain. I got to know. Where did you get this conclusion that this was going to actually work at the end of the day? I got to know. I'm curious. Because on the forum site, they're laughing their heads off right now. Guy said he can't even go through your site with eating a bowl of cereal. He even spit stuff all over his keyboard. The stuff you have on the website is, we're not talking about the misspelling, because I think maybe you may have a learning disability when it comes to the spelling, because you can't spell the liver correctly, and you can easily just go in and just copy and paste that, go and click, it'll give you right. But maybe you have a learning disability, I don't know. But you've painted enough screens and to know this, man. How would you get that confused? See, this is my theory, Crow, or Fernando Gonzalez. You never painted in a big screen. Never painted one in. You couldn't have. It's virtually impossible. It's the only thing I can come up with. Because no one can be that stupid at the end of the day. If that's the case, legally, you should not be driving at all, period. You should not have a license to drive a vehicle at all, period. Or operate any kind of heavy machinery. Not even at one point, I wouldn't even trust you on an escalator. If you just couldn't figure out that. Now, like I said, people, at the end of the day, if he made a mistake and a typo, he could have fixed that a long time ago. But no, it's still there on the site saying the exact same thing. And he added something to it. Every time I say this, I just really can't seem to get around this whole concept of not knowing this at the end of the day. Oh, I see now. So when you get busted for doing dumb stuff, now you want to plead the religion stuff. That's what you want to do at the end of the day. You got busted, buddy. At the end of the day, you got busted for doing something that you shouldn't have been doing. You got busted on a lot of things. You lie in your demonstrations. You make false products in your demonstrations. You can't back up your products for nothing at the end of the day. You go against everybody else and say, oh, they're scammers and this, that, and the other. You're the main Karen that points his fingers at everybody else. And in the minute when the heat gets turned up on you, now all of a sudden, oh, poor woe was me. No, buddy, at the end of the day, you're going to paint the screen and you're going to do it. I don't care. You're going to paint this screen. I'm going to call you out every single day. Paint in the freaking screen. You don't put false information on your website. It's another thing to say it on camera, all right? But you put this into your site. When people go to your site, they're going to believe whatever's on the site because they're taking it from your professional opinion. So I want to see you do it. I would have let this go if you sat there and said, okay, it was a typo, mistake, my bad, came on camera. Okay, no problem, typo, whatever, good. We're good. It happens to everybody. But Crow, you added to it, man. You added another logic of Dr. Seuss math to it by saying that you can actually take 3 physical screens. Okay, people, so those who follow him, let me explain something to you how dumb you are at the end of the day. I'm talking about those who take this, those who follow him and say, no, that's not possible. You're good. You just announced you have intelligence. But those of you who back him up, let me explain something to you how dumb this sounds at the end of the day. And follow me with you. If you need me to slow things down at the end of the day, I will help you with this, okay? Let's do the math. All right? You listening? Okay. Now I got your attention. How big is a 300-inch screen? I memorized numbers really, really quick. 300 screen is 261 inches wide. How tall is a 300-inch screen? 147. What does that equal up to? 12 feet, 3 inches. How big is a 100-inch screen? 4 feet by 7 feet. Now, I can go into technical terms about the border and width and all that, but I don't want to lose you here. I want to make sure I keep your attention. Pay attention. Now, listen to me. It is 4 feet by 7 feet. If you take 3 of these screens and you stack them on top of each other at 4 feet apiece, a total of 12, right? Now, you still be short the 3 inches, but like I said, give or take the border, who cares? Now, do you have a 300-inch screen now? You have the height of it, but do you have 300-inch screen? No, because you're missing the width of the screen. It's not there. This is a 267-inch screen compared to your screen is only 7 feet. No matter if you stack them with 3, no matter if you stack them by 20, no matter if you stack them by 30, no matter if you stack them by 50, you are still 7 feet. Doesn't make a difference. Now, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's stack them at 1, 2, 3. What do you got? 21 feet, all right? You're still a little short, but even shorter is your height. Because remember, your screen's only 4 feet high. This screen's 12 feet, 3 inches. You know how big 12 feet is? All right. You see the size of my deck outside? My railings from the cement are 11 feet. That screen is 12 feet, 3 inches, which means the height of the screen has width attached to it too on top of that. So you can't stack the screen this way, and you can't stack it up because it's not going to make a difference. Not only can you paint in the 300-inch screens, but still you will be missing the paint needed to cover the part of the screen that the other screens can't seem to fit in. Now, we did this with a 250-inch screen. We got 250-inch screens. By Crow's math, that would equal what? A 300-inch screen. So how is it possible that every time we went to go stack the screen on the 250, we were way over the size, or we were way past the length of the size, but either way, how we put this together, we were still missing areas that required a great deal of paint. Just giving you a minute, because you come into my channel, it's ranting and carrying on, and the more you rant, because we look at this, my people will look at this, and they go, wow, this is how they act. I say, yeah, this is how they act. They support them like that. I say, yeah, they support them like that. Do you know, this guy's a complete idiot, right? They say, yeah, I don't care. They're sheep. You're sheep. Sheep will follow anything at the end of the day. I don't care how dumb it is. I don't care how dangerous it is. I don't know how crazy it might be. They will follow it. You seen the thing on Bugs Bunny. You remember that, right? The wolf coming down, dressing like a sheep. He jumps in the head of the pack. They follow the head, the herd. They follow him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have senses to pick up that inside that costume, there has to be a wolf in there. But, you know, they're mindless. They don't really function on that level. They have a purpose. They do. They do have a purpose in life, but they're just completely mindless. At the end of the day, they will follow whoever stands in front of them, directs them where they want. Even if it's off the side of a cliff, they will go one by one by one. Not even in fear by saying, oh, shoot, I just saw Bobby just jump over the side of the cliff. That's not bad. No, they'll go right over with Bobby too. They're mindless. That's why they call them sheep. That's why people prefer to people that have no form of, what's the word for it, lack of intelligence or lack of common sense. They call them sheep at the end of the day because they're just mindless, controlled. So let me explain something to this. Since your customers feel the need to come in here and rant, I extend this challenge to you too. Now I want to see you do it. You back it, do the demonstration. If you back it, you bear the embarrassment. Go ahead, let me see it. I'm dying to see it. And we'll be scouring the net, checking out for videos to anyone who actually can complete the challenge. Because I'd love to see this. Oh, people. Man, goodness, man. This man is, there's no other way to explain it. Look at that. Even picked up on a snowstorm. That's paint. Everyday Sherwin-Williams paint. So, Crow, can you prove me to be a liar? Can you prove me to be a fake at the end of the day? This is an opportunity for you. That's all you got to do. Is prove me to be a liar and a fake. That's it. And do the demonstrations as we've requested. Why would you get mad over something like this? You put it on your website, that means you back it 100%. So what would be the problem? Why would you be angry about it? I wouldn't be angry about something I could back up at the end of the day. So why are you so frustrated? Why are you so angry? At the end of the day, what's the problem? What's the problem? How come you can't back it? Look at him, he's calling right now. He's mad. He is frustrated and mad, calling right now, upset. Back your demonstration up. Get it done today. Until then, I have to be outside to do a demonstration on real technology that actually works. So people, at the end of the day, be careful when you go to these sites, because make sure that they can back them up. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Hey, ask me questions. I love the challenge. I do. You know I do. Come on, at the end of the day. Come on. Give me the challenge. You know I love that kind of stuff at the end of the day. Right now, I'm going to be doing a demonstration with my product next to a TV. We're going to be doing it's against the TV. We're going to do some fun with that. I got screens and displays off ceilings, just about anything I want at the end of the day. Look, that's Crow right now texting me. Mad, upset, angry. So look, here's the thing. Do the demonstration today. You understand me, Fernando Gonzalez? We want to see you paint in this 300-inch screen with 2 quarts, because I'm dying to see this. And also, too, while you're at it, don't forget to do the demonstration of 3 100-inch screens you're going to fit into a physical screen. Because, man, if you pull this off, do you have an idea how much money you will save me at the end of the day? I mean, a physical 300-inch screen is quite expensive. But if I can do the same thing with 3 100-inch screens, you have an idea how much money I would save at the end? I mean, those acoustic screens downstairs are $28 a pop, basically, at 100 inches. But at 300, you're talking about maybe a screen is going to cost me $200-300. That's a lot of money I'll save at the end of the day. So I just want to see this. I got to see this. So like I said, this is what we're requesting at the end of the day. We're requesting him to do these demonstrations at the end of the day. And he should do them. If we come on here and we do demonstrations against our products, against black paint and black fabric and all that, we got screens being thrown outside. We got screens that can project off ceilings. We're doing all these crazy demonstrations to show how amazing our products are. What's your freaking excuse at the end of the day? Remember what you said. Look at those sample sheets. We got test sample sheets. Remember what you said. You're a professional, right? Your stuff is the best of the best, right? Then you're going to have to back it up. Until then, Partey and Crow, your stuff will be here soon, and we'll start the process. Partey, I particularly have particular tests designed for you strictly alone. I'm going to break your product down for you. I'm going to see exactly if it does exactly what you claim it does. Because again, like I said, you can't be putting stuff on your website that's not true. Let's go back to people what we're having this discussion about. I want you to see this right here. We go. Are we here? Let me see. No, here we are. Let's go take a look at this. Now, this is what Crow writes on his website here. You can see that. 2 quarts of my mix will cover up to a 300-inch screen. A total of 3 of 100 inches each. This is you. I'm not going to get into the whole fact that you can't spell at the end of the day, because I could do that, but we're not going to get into all that. That's something different. That's for another time. Your shipping policy is freaking scammy as scammy can be. You can't even spell deliver correctly. We pointed that out. You can't spell. This is how we know when Crow writes this stuff. We know because Crow has a certain way on how he writes things up. Capitals in the middle of sentences, crazy misspellings. That's how we know. Look at your policy right here. Does your customer support this? Returns and refunds. Once the product is delivered, no returns or refunds. Y'all support that at the end of the day, honestly? So what if your product comes in busted or leaking? What happens then? How does that work? What if you get the wrong color? What happens? Because under his policy, that's what it says. You do know that when you sign up on Wix platform, that before you can sign and check out the shopping cart, you do know there's a little box that pops up, right? You've seen that little box that pops up? When you click on that box, it clearly says that you are okay with the terms and condition of the person who developed the website. Well, whatever he has here, this is what you're agreeing to right now at the end of the day. Isn't that interesting? All right, so I'm going to address this call for this fellow who's calling me over and over again. And because he seems to be very, very frustrated. But at the end of the day, you have to understand, you're going to do the test, whether you like it or not. You can go on vacation. I don't care where you go out on the planet. This is a bad one. That is pretty bad. Now, I know you're not going to do the paints. We all know that's never going to happen. But this one, you got to do this one. At least you got to do that one. I'm dying to see this. You pull this off. You pull this off, man, I will basically get my business ties to make sure that they advertise for you, man. I'll make sure that. As a matter of fact, I'll say your product is the best. At the end of the day, you pull this off. Get it done, Crow. I don't have time. I have work to do. I have much to do today. So I always take a little time out to basically share this with you, because my people on my forum site, they go, did you get him to do it yet? I'm like, no. He's still crying and whining. He may go on vacation, so I don't know. Yeah, just do it, okay? Just if you fail, come on. At the end of the day, I mean, we all know you lied. At the end of the day, you can't vouch. I mean, at least you're being truthful. Just get it done. All right, people. I got real testing to do, so pretty soon it should be time for me to get outside and start showing some demonstrations on that black technology. Let me see one thing. Anything else here I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, the Cinemax. Can you do me a favor? Can you paint part of your screen black and take the Cinemax outside, do a Starfield demonstration, and blend into that screen? Because you did make a statement that your screen can pull a contrast level equal to a black screen. So can you do one outside, so we can all, no doors, no windows, something like that, okay? All right, I appreciate that. Okay, got to go, people, and see you later.